a KPI winner, to go back to our example over here, let's say you're spending $10,000 a day on ads. You launch a new ad, and let's just say that your ad is only getting like $400 a day in spend, but let's just say, again, our standard KPI is 2x. Let's say it's getting a 4x ROAS, which is way above KPI. Now, for a lot of people, this annoys them in the CBO. They're like, why isn't this ad getting more spend? It's getting $400 a day in spend at a 4x ROAS. Why isn't it scaling? Well, if you look at this, $400 of 10,000 is 4% of budget. So that's not really a lot of budget, considering that we're spending $10,000 a day. And let's just say our current main winner is spending like, I don't know, $3,500 a day, which is 35% of this daily budget. And so this is not really a spend winner. And again, we are working on the percentages, but you guys just bear with me here. Essentially, it's not getting a lot of spend. So we don't really see a lot of scale happening from this ad, but we do see some good KPIs. And so what we're doing is we're going to take these ads, which again are KPI winners. So we launch a new ad, it's getting 4% of budget, but it has a good ROAS. We're also going to take this ad and we're going to add it into here as well. We usually don't call them winning ads, but again, we'll just call them KPI winners. They technically are winning ads, but again, this is where we're going to really try to redefine hit rate for the e-commerce industry, because most people, if you ask what their hit rate is and what their definition of it, you'll get completely different answers across a bunch of different brands. So we're going to work on changing that. But again, this is going to be our KPI winning ad. So again, we're going to put this into an ABO. And if you want to put it at 10% of whatever budget is, or if you just want to match the daily budget, you could do that as well. Because again, it's spending $400 a day as at a 4x ROAS. Well, if we want to be more aggressive, we can. But if you just want to follow the 10% rule and just be safe, because again, if you launch it at 10% of budget and it's getting a good KPI, guess what? You just scale it, okay? You follow scaling protocol and you scale it, right? But if you start this at $400 a day and it completely eats shit, well, guess what? Now you got to scale down and you might be mad at me, and I don't want you to be mad at me. And so here, again, we're going to follow the 10% rule, and let's just say we launch this at $40 a day. And again, this is in its own ABO. It's all under one campaign, but we're using ABO budget to control it rather than CBO, which lets Facebook do what it wants. But I want you guys to understand that we're essentially using this after we see what happens in the CBO. And so those are the instances of what we'll actually do. Now, if you are more advanced, this is literally only for people that are spending like $5,000 to $10,000 a day. You guys are more than welcome to actually open up some one-day click ad sets. And you can also try opening up some incremental attribution ad sets. For those of you guys that haven't seen this, there's obviously the new attribution models here where you could do incremental. So you can change this to incremental and test your breakthrough ads. I wouldn't do your KPI winners or spend winners on this. I would only do your breakthrough ads. So this would be, breakthrough ad number 1 and a breakthrough ad number 2. Okay. That's what I would recommend. You could start testing some different attribution. You could start testing, again, incremental versus one-day click. So here you could change this to standard, show more settings, and you could optimize this towards just one-day click data to see how Meta changes that. You can remove views. You can keep engaged views. This is actually something that we've been testing, which is just one-day click, one-day engaged view. And we're optimizing for that as well with our breakthrough ads inside of this ABO campaign, which again, why it's like a testing and scaling in one.